Dear students, আজিৰ ভিডিঅ'ত আমি আলোচনা কৰিম হায়াৰ ছেকেণ্ডাৰী ছেকেণ্ড ইয়েৰৰ সাপ্লিমেণ্টাৰীৰ পৰা দা এনএমি নামৰ চেপ্টাৰটি। এই চেপ্টাৰটিৰ যিবোৰ কুৱেশ্যন আগে পিছে পৰীক্ষাত আহিছে আৰু এই বছৰ অহাৰ পূৰ্ণ সম্ভাৱনা আছে, সেই আটাইবোৰ প্ৰশ্ন তোমালোকলৈ আগবঢ়াইছোঁ। তোমালোক সকলোৱে ভিডিঅ'টি শেষলৈ চাবা আৰু চেনেলটো ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি দিবা যাতে বাকীকেইটা চেপ্টাৰৰো তোমালোকে এনচাৰ পাই যোৱা। এতিয়া বোলা ভিডিঅ'টি ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰোঁ। তাৰ আগতে যদি চেনেলটোলৈ নতুন আহিছা, চেনেলটো কিন্তু ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰিবলৈ নাপাহৰিবা। ফাৰ্ষ্ট কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে, হাউ ডিড হানা কাম ইন টু দ্য লাইফ অফ ছাদাও? এনচাৰ, Sadao had met Hannah at his professor's house in America. She had also gone there to study. He had liked her, but they had both fallen in love with each other after making sure that they belonged to the same background and that they were pure Japanese. Sadao married her with the approval of his father. Next question. Who was the person they saw while standing in the veranda? What had happened to him? Answer. Sadao and his wife were standing in the veranda when they saw a man who had been flung up out of the ocean by a wave. At first they thought him to be a fisherman, but on looking closely they realized that it was a white man with long yellow hair. His young face had a rough yellow beard. He was an American prisoner of war who had escaped. He was injured badly, was unconscious, and was bleeding profusely. Next question. How did Yumi react when Hannah asked her to obey the command of her master? Answer. Yumi had refused to watch the white man, saying that she had never done such a thing before and would not do it now, especially for this man who was so dirty. But when Hannah asked her to obey the master, there was a fierce look of resistance upon her face. She said she would have nothing to do with him and that it was not her business to clean him. Question number 4. Why was the general not in favor of Sadao's arrest? Answer. Sadao's skill at operating on the prisoner with success made the general believe only more firmly that he was indispensable to him. He did not want to have him arrested because Sadao was the only person who could save him if he had another of his attacks and required an operation. Question number 5. How does the writer indicate that Dr. Sadao's father was a very traditional and conventional man? Answer. Dr. Sadao's father was a traditional man. He was a serious and stern man and a very concerned father. Even though Sadao's father had sent his son to America at the age of 22 to learn all that could be learned in surgery and medicine, he loved the Japanese race, customs, and manners. He was a nationalist true. No doubt he sent his son to study medicines in America, but at the same time he wanted him to come back to his country and serve his people. His father always wanted Sadao to get married to a girl who was pure in her race. Sadao married Hannah only after confirming that she was Japanese, as his father would not have received her unless she had been pure in her race. Dr. Sadao's marriage to Hannah was arranged by his father in the old Japanese way, indicating that he was a traditional and conventional man. Everything in his bedroom was decorated in Japanese style, as Sadao's father disliked foreign things. He was so traditional that he would never sit on a chair or sleep in a bed made in foreign. Question number 6. What did the general suggest to get rid of the American? Answer. The general suggested that the prisoner could be quietly killed by his own private assassins. He would send two of them to Sadau's house, and all he had to do was to leave the outer partition of the white man's room open while he was sleeping. He even offered to have the body removed quietly. Question number 7. Hannah told Yumi to watch the soldier. How did Yumi react? What did Hannah do? Answer. Hannah told Yumi to fetch hot water. Yumi put down the wooden bucket but refused to wash the dirty white man. Yumi said that she had never washed a white man and she would not wash a dirty one. Yumi added that she was a poor person and did not want to associate with the man. The fierce look of resistance upon Yumi's dull face made Hannah afraid. Under these circumstances, Hannah had no option but to watch the white man herself. Question number 8. What did Sadau's old American professor of anatomy tell him? Answer. Sadau's old American professor of anatomy told his students that ignorance of the human body was the surgeon's cardinal sin. He would impress upon them to have as complete knowledge of the body as if they had made it. To operate with anything less than that meant murder. Question number 9. How does the general offer to help Dr. Sadau get rid of the American? Answer. General offered to send his own private assassins to Dr. Sadau's house to help him get rid of the American. He further informed the doctor that they were capable assassins and without much aid and noise would kill the man by causing internal bleeding. They would also dispose of the body, he assured Dr. Sadau. Question number 10. Give a character sketch of Dr. Sadau's father. Answer. Dr. Sadau's father was very serious about his son's studies. Dr. Sadaus lived with his father in a house that was situated on the high rocks near the sea beach. He used to play there as a schoolboy. There were some islands near the Japanese beach. His father would often take him there and told him that those islands there were the stepping stones to the future for Japan. Sadau's father was very serious about his future. He would never joke or play with him. Sadau knew that his education was his father's chief concern. Sadau was sent to America at the age of 22 to learn all that could be learned of surgery and medicine. He came back at 30 and eventually became a famous scientist and surgeon, as he was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean. He had not been sent abroad with the troop. He can say that because of his father's efforts, Dr. Sadau was able to become a famous surgeon and a scientist. Dr. Sadau's father was a traditional man. He was a serious and stern man and a very concerned father. He was a nationalist, true. No doubt he sent his son to study medicines in America, but at the same time, he wanted him to come back to his country and serve his people. He had great respect for his culture and traditions. His father always wanted Sadau to get married to a girl who was pure in her race. Dr. Sadau's marriage to Hana was arranged by his father in the old Japanese way, indicating that he was a traditional and conventional man. Everything in his bedroom was decorated in Japanese style, as Sadau's father disliked foreign things. He was so traditional that he would never sit on a chair or sleep in a bed made in foreign. Question number 11. Explain the reactions of the servants in Dr. Sadao's house when he decided to give shelter to an enemy in the house. Answer. The servants in Dr. Sadao's house were openly defiant to the fact that he had decided to give shelter to an enemy in the house. They did not even enter the American soldiers' room and did not want to stay in the same house where the enemy soldier was lodged. They doubted their master's very loyalty towards his own country, though they were mindful of their courtesies, but their eyes were cold. Yummy refused to clean the enemy soldier. The old gardener was sure that Dr. Sadao had not let the young man bleed and die. He felt if his master healed what fast the gun and the sea did, they would be avenged. The cook too was most contemptuous of the fact that their master was so proud of his skill to save life that he saved any person's life even though he was their enemy. Finally, all the servants left Dr. Sadao's house together. Question number 12. What was the general's plan to get rid of the American prisoner? Was it executed? What traits of general's character are highlighted in the lesson? Answer. Dr. Sadao informed the general about the presence of an American prisoner at his house. The general decided that his private assassins would kill him and would even take his body away. Sadao agreed to the general's proposal. However, the general's assassins did not arrive for the next 3 days. When Sadao informed the general about the escape of the prisoner, the general replied that he was sick and thus forgot about the whole affair. He further wanted that Sadao must not inform anybody about this. This shows that general was highly selfish. He had regard only for his own safety and pride. Also, the general did not send Sadao to the battlefield as he needed his services himself. He considered himself more important than the lives of thousands of soldiers. Question number 13. What conflicting ideas arise in Dr. Sadao's mind after he has brought the wounded American soldier home? How is the conflict resolved? Answer. From the day Dr. Sadao found the wounded soldier outside his house, he had been caught up in a web of conflicts and difficulties. The first difficulty arose when Sadao decided to operate upon the soldier. He was caught between his duty as a doctor and loyalty towards his nation. Nonetheless, Sadao emerged as a champion in this regard. As an ethical and sincere doctor, he saved the life of the soldier. Next, when the general's men did not arrive to kill the enemy, Sada was again caught in a conflict as to how to get rid of the white man. His innate virtues of compassion and benevolence forbade him from killing the man. Thus, he decided to let the prisoner escape by sending him off to an unguarded island. This is how Dr. Sadao successfully resolved the conflict. Question number 14. In what condition did Dr. Sadao find the American soldier at the seashore? Answer. The American soldier was badly wounded and the sand on one side of him that already a stain of red soaking through. On the right side of his lower back, Sadao saw that a gun wound had been reopened. If immediate treatment was not given to the man, he would certainly die. Question number 15. What role did the American professor play in bringing Sadao and Hana together? Answer. Both Hana and Sadao met at the professor's house. Sadao started liking Hana. Though the professor's wife was very voluble, yet they were kind people, and Sadao also started living there as a paying guest. Thus, we can say that the American professor and his wife proved. Question number 16. Why did Dr. Sadao treat the American soldier even though it was an unpatriotic act on his part? Answer. As a doctor, Dr. Sadao was trained he should never let a person die if he could help. Thus, it was nothing unpatriotic on part of Dr. Sadao. He even told the old general about the soldier. Dr. Sadao only performed his duty and saved the life of a human being, not an American. Question number 17. The general did not take any action against Dr. Sadao even when he came to know about his sheltering of the American soldier. Why? Answer. The general needed Dr. Sadao's services as a doctor and surgeon for his treatment. He himself told Dr. Sadao that no one in the entire Japan is so capable to save his life. Any action against Dr. Sadao would also lead to his own death. Question number 18. How did Hana help Dr. Sadao? Answer. Hana helped her husband in the operation. She herself washed the man. While Sadao performed the operation, Hana helped him in giving the anesthetic. She acted as a nurse while her husband was performing the operation. Question number 19. Why had Hana to wash the wounded man herself? Answer. Hana asked the governess Yumi of her baby to help to wash the man. But Yumi bluntly refused, saying she had never washed a white man and would never wash one. Moreover, that man was their enemy. Therefore, Hana had to wash the man herself. Question number 20. Why had Hana to wash the wounded man herself? Or why did Hana wash the wounded soldier herself? Answer. Hana had to wash the wounded man herself because her servants and even her maidservant flatly refused to wash an enemy American out of superstition and fear. Question number 21. How could you say that the American was tortured? Who could have tortured him? Answer. There were red scars on the back side of the neck of the American. It clearly showed that the man was badly tortured. The Japanese general Akima was a very cruel man. He must have tortured the man. Question number 22. Why did the servants leave Dr. Sadao's house? Answer. Dr. Sadao had given shelter to an enemy soldier. According to the servants, it was an act of treason. They looked upon the Americans as their enemies since Japan and America were at war. When they found that instead of handing over the enemy soldier to the police, Dr. Sadao had decided to treat him, they decided to leave his house. Question number 23. Character sketch of Dr. Sadao. Answer. The Enemy by Pearl S. Buck is the story of a kind, considerate, and Japanese doctor, Sadao Hoki, who loved his profession more than anything else. Dr. Sadao Hoki is the protagonist of the story and Hana's husband. He is a perfect role model for all the doctors of the world who really upholds the values of his profession. His traditional father had taken great care of his upbringing and instilled in his mind that he had to be a great doctor and surgeon. He sent him to America at the age of 22 to learn medicine. He stayed there for 8 years and observed strict self discipline. He met Hana, another Japanese girl, there and fell in love with her. However, he waited until his father's approval and married her only after the approval of his father. The best traits of his personality come to light when, risking his own life and the entire family, he dares to save an enemy. Japan and America were at war in the World War II. During this, one American prisoner of war, Thomas, was ashore near his home. As a doctor, Sadao was taught that he should never let a person die if he could help. The man could die if not given proper medical aid. Now Dr. Sadao decided to perform an operation on the man, though he was an enemy soldier. He tended him well and took great care of him. Sadao saved the life of the American prisoner of war. He faced opposition from his servants, but he knows his responsibilities as a doctor. Not only is he good human being, he is a perfect and skilled doctor also. General Yakima had a great faith in him that পিছৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো চাই ল'বা ইয়াৰ পিছত দিয়া আছে কুৱেশ্যন নম্বৰ 24 What was General's plan to get rid of the American prisoner? Was it executed? What traits of General's character are highlighted in the lesson? It was the most important question. তাৰপিছত কুৱেশ্যন নম্বৰ 25 26 এই কুৱেশ্যন কেইটা 27 এই আটাইকেইটা ভাৰে ভাৰে আহিছে 28 এইবিলাক তোমালোকৰ কাৰণে মোষ্ট ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন যদি এই চেপ্টাৰটো পঢ়া তোমালোকৰ যদি প্ৰয়োজন হয় এই আটাইকেইটা কুৱেশ্যন আনসাৰ তোমালোকে ভিডিঅ'টো পজ কৰি লিখি ল'ব পাৰিবা যেহেতু ভিডিঅ'টো দীঘলীয়া হৈছে তাৰ কাৰণে মই আৰু পঢ়ি দিয়া নাই কিন্তু এইবিলাক কুৱেশ্যন আনসাৰ তোমালোকৰ কাৰণে বহুত জৰুৰী যদি কাৰোবাৰ অসুবিধা হয় লিখিবলৈ ভিডিঅ' পজ কৰি তেতিয়ালে কমেন্ট কৰিবা মই পিডিএফৰ লিংক দি দিম তাৰ পৰা তোমালোকে ডাউনলোড কৰি ল'ব পাৰিবা এই কুৱেশ্যনখিনি তোমালোকৰ জানিবই লাগিব আৰু ইয়াৰ পৰা তোমালোকৰ বহুত কেইটা কুৱেশ্যন ইতিমধ্যে পৰীক্ষাত আহিছে আৰু অহাৰ পূৰ্ণ সম্ভাৱনা আছে যদি তোমালোকক এইটো চেপ্টাৰ পঢ়াইছে লিখি লোৱা নপঢ়ালে এইটো চেপ্টাৰৰ কুৱেশ্যন বহুত বেছি কমন পৰে তোমালোকে লিখি লৈ শিকিব পাৰা ভাল নম্বৰ সিকিউৰ কৰিব পাৰিবা আজিৰ ভিডিঅ'ত ইমানখিনি আগবঢ়াইছো তোমালোক সকলোৱে ভিডিঅ'টো হেবলৈ চোৱাৰ কাৰণে ধন্যবাদ আকৌ কৈছো যদি চেনেলটো সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰা নাই তেতিয়ালে সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি দিয়া